Thank God I'm not Sasuke. I know it starts slow, but it gets better, so come on.
Naruto, you idiot. It just still is.
And his voice went up 5 registers, and we played it in my session all the time. Our husband saying dirty things.
Only because I knew you were coming in, Maile.
Scenes between me and Sasuke. It was when it
that.
first off.
What am I, chopped liver?
Yes.
The tuning exams by quitting. I wish I was a cloud.
Naruto!
Sasuke!
Naruto!
Sasuke!
It was just like, Dad, what happened to Sasuke? And I'm like, I guess you're just gonna have to watch 700 episodes to find out.
You're watching convention coverage.
Well, welcome.
Oh.
Look at you beautiful people.
I think we should all go down the line and introduce ourselves, right?
Yeah, dude.
Starting with whoever that guy is on the very end.
Hi, my name
I don't know his name, but...
My name is Brian Donovan.
Liar.
Hi, I'm Yuri Lowenthal. I play Sasuke on this show.
Yeah.
I saw that!
Hi, everybody. I'm Tara Platt, and I play Tamari.
Ooh, local hottie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kate Higgins, and I play Sakura.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Sakura,
My anime waifu.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michael Yurchak. I play Toby and Obito.
Tobito.
My name is Maile Flanagan, and I play Naruto.
Yes,
Look at that. You don't need a breath, man. Look at all that love. Unconditional. I'm Brian Donovan. I play Rock Lee. Yeah.
And I'm Tom Gibis, and I play Shikamaru Nara.
Yeah.
Anime Hubs.
So we're all really happy to be here. I can speak for all of us. And it's only like the 3rd time a majority of the main cast has gotten together, I think.
But that's only in like 20 years, right?
Yeah, only
Yeah, only 20 years. Right.
I didn't even know Maile until like last year, right? We met?
No.
No. We met like...
Actually, we did meet like 7 years in.
Yeah,
and
it's
he's like, I'm
crazy.
Rock Lee. I'm like, I play Naruto.
Yeah. It was like literally 7 years
We were
after we started
stealing
recording.
snacks from the...
Yeah, we were
both
busted each other.
stealing- Yeah, stealing things.
You guys, it's been like 20 years.
It's, yeah.
Crazy.
17.
18, 17,
for us.
18.
That's 20.
Yuri
let's
started
do
way before all the
17
rest of
is
us
20.
started
Let's round
recording.
up.
It takes him a long time to record, so he started 20 years ago.
I started before everybody. I
No
started
sense.
before they started writing the manga. I was like,
He just made it up. You made your own part, pretty much, right?
pretty much.
I was talking about Yuri the other day when I was doing an episode of Boruto. Yeah!
Boruto.
Naruto.
I know it starts slow, but it gets better, so come on! Give it up a little more. Come on!
Naruto.
It's just different. It's just different.
And start slowly. We know that because you tweet us.
Never let us forget it.
Ever, ever. But I was recording it the other day, and I was like, I kept going, who's that voice? Who's that voice? Who's that guy? Who's that girl? Like, it literally, Tom and I have known each other for 30 years.
Yeah.
We're old people.
Yeah.
I might die right here. And I'll be super happy if I do.
It's a good way to go.
Yeah.
Right?
With stinky breath. No.
With a bad, needing a breath mint.
Yeah.
I was at the
Western-
last Maile Flanagan panel.
Like Serena Williams last night.
Hold on, just in case it happens, who wants to do mouth to mouth with Naruto? Resuscitate.
Obviously,
Raise your
I think-
hand, just so we have a few queued up. Okay.
Who's the hot one?
Who's the hot one?
Hello. No.
Ah, there it is.
But anyway, I think we're going to do a Q&A, but why don't we all just say, like, just a tiny bit about ourselves, right?
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Kate. Come on. Kate,
Do it.
you're
You
first.
start us off.
Tiny
Kick
bit.
us off.
Of,
Kate, come on. You go first.
or I'll start it off.
Yeah.
But keep it quick. These people have questions.
Yeah, these people.
I know these people. So I have nothing to say. I'm a voice actor, I assume. And it's something I do
And a
right
musician.
now. And a musician. And I'm a mom of 2 kids.
Yay.
And I'm very happy to be here. I didn't do a lot of cons for a long time because I'm a single parent with kids and couldn't travel. But since I've started doing them, I'm going as fast as I can. Since I started doing them, I love doing them. I really love meeting all the fans, your people. I don't like to say fans. The other people. We're all like one family, one energy doing this. No distinctions here. And it's amazing. So thank you all for giving me the gift of being able to be with you. Thank you.
I'd like to say I'm a single mom with 2 kids. And
Let's all just copy
And there's
Kate.
no distinction between you and me. It's the same.
One light.
Tom, go for it, man.
Do it.
I was just going in to make a joke. I've been doing the show for 18 years. You guys are great. Just this last 2 years, I mean, if anything came out of we all watched Naruto.
It's that Tom's on TikTok now.
Yeah, that's right. That's such a weird, it's kind of changed our lives. But if anything good came out of the was we all went back and watched Naruto, all 750 episodes, and now 200 episodes of Boruto. And there's this whole new interest in the show, and it's generational now.
Yep.
We have the kids that originally watched it and kind of grown up, and their parents, and then we've got their kids now, they're having children. And it's crazy. We have a lot of people that are like military, people who serve in the military.
Wow, yeah.
Love the show.
Nuts.
Athletes.
Miley's going to speak to this in a minute, but we
Athletes.
have athletes, Olympic athletes, NBA players, blah, blah, blah. They're really into the show. It has become sort of a mainstream thing, and you guys are the front of that. And
You're ahead of the game.
yeah, it's so great how it's been embraced by the culture. How's that?
That's good.
So, and we're just riding a wave, and we'll see where it goes.
We've learned absolutely nothing about Tom Gibis. Okay, so...
Didn't say anything.
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
By the way,
do you wear boxers or briefs? I mean...
He's a triple threat, by the way. He can dance, he can sing, and he can act.
We really need like 10 hours to do this panel, you guys, is basically what you guys are going to learn.
Right.
That's right.
Tell us about
Ryan Donovan.
Brian Donovan, what he said. No,
You can move your mic closer to you,
Yeah, sorry.
darling.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Mask on up.
Yes, and my voice drops down a little bit. Anyway, I have a name tag because a lot of you guys don't actually know me. I'm Brian Donovan. I play Rock Lee, as you know, but actually, I have 2 little boys, 7 and 9, and it's awesome. I will tell you a funny story. I just started letting my kids watch the show because I'm a little more conservative on their intake. And so my little one, my 7-year-old, literally went around the house for 3 months saying sexy jutsu. And I was like, all right, I can sign on for that, sure. But then I just took Naruto away from him because then they started doing ninja crazy. And that, of course, between 2 boys, 9 and 7, that leads to fighting and crazy. So then I took it away and they just have pined for it ever since. They're like, please let us watch Naruto. So they're addicted. And it's fun. It's super cool because it's allowed me to revisit the show too. Anyway, that's a little bit about me. I'm going to pass the mic to Michael.
I accept. Hi, Michael Yurchak here. I am. I'm a dad too. I got two guys, 2 boys, 17 and.
Are they in the trunk or where?
So
They're in the
boys.
trunk.
So many
They're
boys.
playing water polo right now in 110-degree heat. The pool's not 100.
I was like, at least there's water involved.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They don't have to play in the heat, but they play around the heat. So they're not here with me. I want to say that I am also feeling the One Love energy that my friend Kate talked about. The thing is, at least I did not know anyone in the cast as cast members, but I had met everyone, or most of them before, and without really knowing. Maile and I met each other years and years ago without knowing that either of us was even an actor. Yeah. Brian and Kate and I all had the same voiceover agent, and so we would mingle and chit-chat in the lobby of our agency. Yuri and I met at an audition when I was doing a session, and he had the session before me, and then I came in.
That's how a lot of these interactions happen. Like, it's the only time we see each other.
Yeah. And then Tara and Tom I met on panels. But so I didn't do any of these things. No, I didn't know that Naruto was even popular until because I live under a rock, and I have these kids, and I don't watch a ton of anime, or I hadn't. And then I found out how popular it was, and people started inviting me to do these things, and I met everybody again and started talking to people again and meeting all of you again, or for the first time, and it has been an unbelievable gift. I cannot tell you how good it feels to meet, to talk, to give, to share with all of you, and I'm so, so grateful to be here. So peace and love, everybody.
Hey guys, I'm Tara, and for those of you who don't know, Yuri and I are married.
What?
I know. Crazy.
What?
Our
Whatever.
Our marriage can
Only for about 20 years.
Yeah,
Only for 21
in
years.
a couple months, our marriage will be able to drink because it'll be that old. But we have a child.
But our marriage has been drinking, just so you know. Maybe even this morning. You don't know. No.
It's natural.
We have a son because it's all boys up here. I know you. Yeah, it's all boys.
Crazy.
And he just started watching Naruto. He's 6. And
But he calls it the Sasuke
calls it
show.
the
He's good,
Sasuke
Dad, can we
show.
watch Sasuke? And I'm like,
It's
yes!
kind of awesome.
Yes, that's what the show is
Except
called.
the thing that I think is very funny is he wants to be Naruto.
No,
He wants you to
play
be
Sasuke.
Naruto, and he wants to be Sasuke because he thinks Sasuke is the lead of the show. So we're not telling him any otherwise. Very, very funny. And then Yuri,
Dead to me.
Yuri
You're
runs
dead to
around the house trying to do his best Naruto impersonation, which is just not very good. So you need to come over, basically.
Oh, yeah, I want to
Yeah.
hear that.
Yeah.
I think Naruto should call him on the phone.
I think
Maybe
that
in the
would
Sunday
be
morning.
amazing.
Wait till he gets to the episode where Rock Lee kicks Sasuke's
But then a little bit, tiny little thing about me is I just released my first YA novel that came out on Thursday.
What's YA?
YA is young adult. It's
Young-
for like
Oh,
high
awesome.
school, like probably 10th, 11th, 12th grade. It's
What,
a little
is it
dark.
sort of sci-fi-ish? What is it
It's
about?
futuristic. The name is Prep School for Serial Killers.
Yes,
Oh.
it is.
Where can one find this?
It's on Amazon. It's actually #1 in new releases.
Wow.
And it's in ebook, print, and audiobook, and I do the audiobook.
Hey.
And I'm Yuri Lowenthal, and here I'm going to offer 2 things that you may not know. One, I recorded a Sasuke ASMR. So 2, actually. One with Sakura and one with Naruto. And so if you're into ASMR, you can find
What's
it. on
ASMR?
What is that?
What is that?
It's
Can you say it in front of children or no?
You can definitely say
Yes,
ASMR.
it's, you know,
about,
people-
Ask somebody.
voice.
I don't,
Maybe.
I forget what it stands for. I don't know if anybody can help
It's
me.
like
But
What is it, though?
it's like
What-
people. It's like you tune your mic really hot and you whisper into it, and people really. It's a very like calming, soothing thing
It's a
for a lot
kink.
of people.
It's a kink.
Yeah, that explains.
Yuri.
I'm with you. That's
All it is.
No idea.
Don't forget
So-
the hip hop album.
That's the
So
second one.
Yeah,
that
we
was
got
gonna be the
hip-hop
second one. Did you know there was a Naruto-themed hip-hop album that just dropped a couple weeks ago that several people up here are on?
And it charted, you guys, because of you.
It charted
Yeah.
thanks to you
Thank
guys.
you guys.
Thanks to the fans.
Big lug, right?
I never heard of
Big
it.
Lug.
No jutsu.
It's if you look up Fire Style where you listen to music, that's the name of the album. And I know it's like a hilarious idea, right? And then you listen to it and you're like, that's a banger. Like, I mean, so
I think we
or
all
whatever the
must have
kids are calling
QR
cool
code,
music
right?
these
on the
days.
tables. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah,
I
there's
was just
little-
gonna say I think there's a QR code on most of our tables
On
for the
each
Fire
table.
Style album. So
Yeah.
And
so
if
listen,
you
listen
didn't
to it while you're waiting
appear
in
on the
line.
album and you're interested, I'm sure there can be discussion with Big Lug Beats.
yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
I thought you might be. So maybe there will be a second album coming in the future.
Oh, hopefully. Speaking of which.
Oh, whoa.
You guys don't get excited.
More things that smell.
This is the coolest thing in the world.
This
What's
is the
what's
coolest
about to
thing.
happen is the coolest thing in the world.
My friend Tom Gibis here, it's pronounced Gibis, he did Comic-Con in San Diego with Zion Williamson, who's a terrific and amazing basketball player, and he has a line of Naruto
What?
which Tom procured for me, but they're way too big.
They fit me perfectly.
Look how little those are, and they're way too big.
Those are amazing.
Those are amazing.
No, they're not for you.
Oh, I can't try it on?
Let me see.
Yeah, you can try it on.
I can try it.
That'd be good.
Oh, they smell
They're
great.
clean and nice.
So what we've decided to do, though, since they don't fit Maile,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
is that we're all going to sign these shoes.
yeah.
And we're going to donate it to charity. So this fall on CharityBuzz.com, we're going to do it 2 separate shoes, and we'll do them like in a showcase thing, you know, like a whatever, you know. So they're separate, and we'll all sign it, or as many of the cast we can get to sign it, and then we'll put it up online to bid. You can bid, and it'll be auctioned off. And
Or you don't have to bid. We get really rich people.
And
to
now-
bid on it, and they spend a lot.
And now they, as a bonus, they smell like Kate's feet.
They don't.
So now they're
They actually look good on.
They look really good on.
They actually do look really good on you, Kate.
This is what they would call game worn.
Yeah, game one.
I think
But
you should wear 'em
now
for the whole
worn by
panel.
Naruto and Sakura.
I have a size. I'm a child.
I think we should have a bidding war between whose smelly foot was in your sneaker. Like, who's
Both
going to
put them on? If you both put them on, then
No, if they're worn, they're worth more.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, wow.
That's what I was told.
It's like oranges.
I wore them around my house, and my dog sniffed them.
That's
I
worth
was
something.
like, these are too big for me.
If they're worn, they're worth. You want me to wear them?
Yes.
If you're get,
And then later-
everybody
Kate's
take
hoping
pictures
everybody
of Kate
forgets
wearing
she
the
gets to leave
shoes.
with
Sakura, I love you. Believe it.
And I love your footwear more.
Can I say just one more small
Can I
thing?
smell your sneaker?
One more small thing. This is totally self-indulgent here. I had a guy yesterday come up. Maybe he's in here. He had me sign his body, and he's gonna have it tattooed right next to his Sakura thing. And that is the
His
only man in
Sakura
the
thing.
world who's got my name tattooed on his body, and that is amazing.
Well, I
But
do
not
too.
the only
You know
one
that,
with your name
right?
tattooed on his heart.
Anyway, so thank you if you're in here. Thank you.
I wasn't clear about where he was getting it tattooed. What'd you say? His Sakura?
He has a big Sakura on his side,
right.
and then he asked me to sign on it, and he's gonna go get my name tattooed.
That's awesome.
If you got a lot of money, call me up. No, I'm kidding.
You guys are hardcore.
Tease
But we should probably take some of
Yeah,
your
you
questions.
guys-
Everybody
but
get a
wait,
chance
can we
to-
do one
oh, wait.
thing
Oh, yes,
first?
yes, yes,
Do
yes.
your thing.
I want to give a special who is dressed like Naruto and is able to do the Naruto run.
Ooh.
Anybody?
I think
right over
there are
here.
at least some people. There's at least
Anybody?
There's at least
What?
one people.
There you go. Come on up.
two. There we go.
Yes,
You get
yes.
special prizes. We're gonna set off the Q&A with this.
Yeah.
Come on.
So,
Naruto, run it! Yay! We got a little one over here.
Lacrosse.
Come on, get those arms out! Awesome. What are we giving, Miley?
I give them special prizes at my booth. Come to the front of the line.
Here, I'm
I'll
gonna-
remember who you are.
Ooh, front
and we will give
line.
you a little something special. Tom's going to give you a little something right now, too. And let's do our Q&A, right, Yuri? Tara?
Yes,
Okay.
let's do it.
Out of all the lines that you've done, besides your catchphrases, which is your favorite line?
Believe it. No.
Naruto, you idiot! It just still is. Sorry.
Right.
well, local hottie.
Naruto, you loser.
It's not that I'm lazy. I just don't care.
Anything is possible in this genjutsu world.
Just scary.
Wow. I'm in love again. So much conflict in my heart right now. My motto is to be stronger than yesterday. If I have to, I'll be stronger than a half a day ago, even a minute ago.
I don't think you guys realize how hard it is to not contract a single word
Thank you.
in your
Yeah.
lines. And for 700 episodes, he's not been able to say, I can't, I won't,
Thank you,
I
God.
didn't.
Thank
So
you.
he has to say, I did not, I will not. And I think you did a great job.
Thank you, Mike.
That's a really hard job.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fun. I had to get there. It took me a couple episodes.
Coming out, I was just wondering if you guys could each share your favorite moment you had recording the show.
The one moment in 17 years.
Or any
That
memorable
one moment.
There can only be one.
There can only be one. It's not my moment, but it was someone else's moment, and he's not on the panel. Hey, also, where's Roger?
He doesn't like us.
Okay, all right. But there was a guy in the booth, and in California, the old people out here. Do you know who Frank Zappa is?
Yes.
Okay, so one of the studios we recorded in is Frank Zappa's old studio. And that's just an aside for old people. But there was a guy recording, and he was doing this really dramatic thing that you could do, Michael, like you have that great gravitas, you're like, blah, 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 cool.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And then he went, oh my God, it's an earthquake. And, oh my God, it's an earthquake. And his voice went up 5 registers, and we played it in my session all the time for like 5 years. He's like, I'm going to kill you. Oh my God, it's an earthquake. No, it's hard.
Because that reminds me of something. I'm going to keep mine short. But I was in the booth recording at home for something, a pickup for one of the games, and I got somehow a bee got in my my booth, and it's me being like,
everyone step aside.
And I'm like, hey, wait, ow, 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 oh my God, ow. And it is the most unflattering, and I have it as an MP3. Maybe I should try to auction that off.
Can we hear it? Can we hear it?
Put it up on iTunes.
I'll look for it. Other people go.
Put it up on iTunes, Michael.
People love that. One thing I remember is some of the cast is very silly, and they leave each other sort of, I don't know if we should say Easter eggs. Like when Mary Elizabeth, who directed the show for us, was recording with us, she's also very silly. And so some of the cast are just faster and quicker on if they make a mistake or a flub on a line, they can turn it into something because they're just really facile with their words and being able to do it. And sometimes she would play things that people had said that were accidental. And
Your husband saying dirty things.
Usually.
Only because I knew you were coming in, Maile.
So there was a lot of that. So I would show up for a session. She's like, oh, you got to hear this. And then for like 10 minutes, we'd listen to these silly things that other people had said. And I was never one of them because I'm not that fast. I make a mistake and I go, and I just stop.
You know we'll all be fired, right?
Yeah.
If they find those out.
Oh yeah. Oh, if those ever got out, we would all be fired.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Even 17 years into the show, we would just get fired.
Yeah. I think we should move on though.
Yes.
But thank you for the question.
So, out of the entire series, what's your favorite episode or moment that you've ever done?
Kate.
You're so mean.
I just really like the earlier scenes between me and Sasuke. It was when it first off.
What am I, chopped liver?
Yes.
Yeah, in the show, literally,
You're an
that's
idiot
how it
and
works.
chopped liver. No, those were my favorite scenes. Just the whole love thing and just the pining away and the crying and the intensity for me as an actor was.
And I will always love episode 30, I think it was, with the grass ninja and where Sasuke gets the curse mark. Like I could feel like they spent like 6 episode budgets on that one episode. Like the animation is, heads and shoulders above the other episodes, around it. And it's just a cool, fast moving episode. I'm like, when I tell people to watch the show, I'm like, look, if you get to episode 30 and you still don't like it, just find another show because this shows what the show can be and it, becomes, so.
I say episode 48, 49, and 50, the Gara fight, but whatever.
Why?
You can blow by 30, but 48, 49, and 50, unbelievable.
Actually, that Gara fight was one of my favorite things ever.
Since Tara is here, I will say when Shikamaru defeated Tamari in the tuning exams by quitting.
Maybe we should have a rematch.
I think that's where he first said
Shikamaru.
I wish I was a cloud. Just floating along.
When you first heard about the character that you were going to be voicing, what was your first impression about them?
Thank God I'm not Sasuke.
I said, yes, I am Sakura. Bam, right there.
Bam.
I said, oh my God, as soon as people hear that they're going to savage me. Like, because a lot of us didn't know what, it was when we were auditioning. And then we looked online, we're like, oh my God, they're so ready for us to mess this up. I'm going to, get death threats and so on. But luckily it all worked out.
I thought, I'm glad I don't have to say my name.
By the way, I had to re-record your name. Like, for 25 episodes, I had to go back and re-record the pronunciation of your name.
I still get comments online going, you say your name wrong.
I know. Well, we had one person that was a native Japanese speaker, and she told us how to say it, and then she left the company, and someone else came, and they're like, you're saying it wrong. So
I've always had to say Shikamaru.
Yeah.
But how do you guys say it?
Well, at one point, for like 2 years, like 500 years ago, because I'm 90, it was like, Shikamaru. And I was like, all right, whatever.
Shikamaru.
But it was, we say Shikamaru, but she was like, Shikamaru. And I literally sat in a booth and just said,
Over and over.
Tom's character's name.
I was so bad at the authentic Japanese pronunciation that they started writing around it. And for Rock Lee, I mean, really, the whole session, like I can rip, like most of us have been doing it so long that we can rip. I mean, we're very good at what we do. I mean, I say that as modestly as possible, but we're ripping, and my whole session would just shut down if I got to a Japanese word. I mean, literally, it would like, and then, because it's that, they wanted it just, no, it's Shikamaru, you know, and whatever. And I would just crash and burn because I couldn't hear it, and I'm not, you know, some of these guys are singers and they have these amazing ears and they can hear those little nuances. And yeah, you have amazing
Yuri
ears.
speaks Japanese.
Yuri and those stars.
Yuri shows us all up.
Yeah.
I have beautiful
Threw us all
ears.
under the bus.
His sessions actually speed up when there's a
rolls
Japanese.
his R's
Yeah,
and we're like,
rolls his
come
R's.
on, man.
We hate soccer.
But if
I
you
hate
notice
That's good.
in those early episodes, when Rock Lee says, "Girl with pink hair," I love you.
Yeah, I mean, it was brutal. It really was. It was brutal. I mean, it would take me, no kidding, when I say, I'm not exaggerating when I say, it would
Boy,
take
with
me
blue
8
shirt.
to 15 minutes to say one word authentically in Japanese. And Mary Elizabeth would be like, oh my God, you know? And then they literally started writing the scripts around me and not, you know, trying to, whatever they could so I wouldn't have to say someone's name or, you know.
I also struggle with the Japanese, but because I'm married to Yuri, everyone assumes that I can also say everything. So they always get to the thing and they're like, well, you know how to say this. And I'm like, no, I don't.
That's the other
I'm married to
guy.
him. I don't speak Japanese.
Yeah.
When in the closing episodes of Naruto Shippuden, was there ever an atmosphere or knowing or not knowing if there's going to be more? As of now, it's Boruto.
Isn't it?
Bless you.
Yeah. That's why Doug isn't here, by the way.
Yeah, we killed him off. Yeah, no more Doug.
Was there a melancholy atmosphere or was it a celebratory atmosphere? Not knowing whether it's
Can
gonna
I call
continue?
out? Yeah, let me just call this out. We got to the end of 740 episodes and like 15 years of, or you know, because I can't count. It was like 82 years of Naruto.
7,000 years.
7,000 years of Naruto, and we were like, they're gonna have like a big party. Like we've been doing this for so long.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna have. I was like, we were all kind of
Yeah,
sad.
we
We
all
didn't know, you know, how Boruto was gonna shake out.
We'll finally
And-
meet everybody.
Or at
We'll
least
finally
tell
meet
us.
everybody. Yeah, we'll have
have
some
cake.
sort of something.
You weren't invited? It was huge. It was great.
No, but I remember.
And there was nothing.
No,
and I was
and-
like, really?
Because we would get scheduled for Naruto, but they wouldn't tell you, like, when they're scheduling you what episode you're going to work on. You just sort of be like, you have a session for Naruto. And you're like, great, it's a session for Naruto. And I remember he had a session a week or two before me, and then they called and they're like, Tara, we have a session for you. And I was like, oh, great. And I went in and I was like, episode, and then it was a much higher number than the last one he had recorded because he's not in it for like a little chunk of time. Spoilers, right? Whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sasuke disappears a lot.
At this point, are there spoilers? And I remember coming home and I was like, yeah, I just recorded episode whatever the number was. And he was like, you did? Wait, what? Because he had no idea. And he
Yeah, I was
really
like,
thought
that's
there
the
was
last
gonna be a
episode.
party. He's like,
Yeah.
that's the end. Are we done?
You know, I will say you guys are the cake. You are the celebration. I mean, truly, because no, I mean it's
Way to
true
bring
because
that one back.
it really just did kind of end. Like we thought the same thing. I know a few of us talked about like, what? There's no like little celebratory. We did 740 episodes, like a little shindig, anything.
I think they got an old dusty bottle of tequila and I did
And
a
they threw it at
shot
you.
That's
with
good.
Mary Elizabeth, who's one of our directors. Susie Goldish,
Oh, yeah,
another
Susie.
director. We have a couple.
Ryan.
When I started doing it, I didn't know. I never knew anything that was going on. And at first, it was like, oh, this guy's a real goof. And then a little later, it was like, ooh, he turns into kind of a badass. And then it was like, ooh, he's really bad. And then it was like, oh, wait a minute, he's redeeming himself. And then it was like, oh, he's dead. And then they just stopped calling. And just like that is the arc of my world of Naruto.
That's
and
an
it was awesome.
career,
but
though, right there.
Yeah,
that's
also,
exactly
it's
it.
an actor's
like,
arc. It's an actor's
all the
life.
world's a stage.
Yes.
But Brian is right. Thank you guys for being the party.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Thank you,
The
guys.
party that never ends. I mean, look.
Apparently,
it,
yeah.
it hasn't ended yet.
Next.
Just wanted to say that Rock Lee's great.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what did you say?
Yeah, what?
Did you say Rock Lee's great? Get out.
Did you say Obi
Those
was
are the
great?
No. You skipped
Check the balance.
Now everyone's
You
gonna
might have
say
got Right there, Rock Lee. Right there.
So worth it. What was the hardest line or scene for you guys to record, whether it's emotional or like straining on your voice?
Oh, they're all straining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the chakra.
That big fight with Sasuke was very straining.
Yeah, all of every time we would sort of have those big climactic fights was always like
But that one, the
always
biggest
like,
one, right?
Naruto!
Sasuke!
Naruto!
Sasuke!
It was just like that for like, I mean, you've seen DBZ, right? I mean, it was just like that forever.
There were some episodes where I felt like every one of my lines was, Naruto! Just off into the void. Sasuke! Like just 10 of those in a row. I don't know what was going on.
At every video game.
Yes.
Yeah, every video game.
I will allow Tom Gibis to demonstrate what every anime character. Well, I don't know. I only watch Naruto. What?
I don't know.
What do they do when they get up?
Oh, like, well, that's how. Ironically, that is how I get up now.
He's method, baby. He's a method
Life
actor.
imitates
As
art
Miley
right
stated
there.
in the beginning, we're old now.
Yeah.
We are old now.
Well, the funny thing is, like, I think what a lot of people don't realize is we are doing multiple takes. So what you hear, obviously, in the broadcast of the final version, it doesn't maybe seem like that much, but often you're doing 3 or 4 takes, or you'll
10
mess up
minutes
a
of saying
huge
the name.
monologue. Yeah, and then the name, like, we're gonna have to revisit that name, and but yeah. So I mean, it's a lot, and for Rock Lee especially, well, for all of us really at some point except him, it's all screaming, yelling, ultra enthusiastic, so yeah, it's by the end of a session, you're feeling it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Most conversations that Sasuke has in the show just involves him going,
Yeah, real effort, that guy.
Right.
Real effort.
This is for anybody. But did you guys always want to be voice actors, or is it something
No.
you guys? That was
Nope.
great.
Fell into it.
You fell into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think we all started off, for the most part, most voice actors, maybe there's a couple musicians in there, but for the most part, we started out as actors. We did a variety of things, from any kind of performing, theater, dance, music, all that stuff.
Stand-up
That is our
comedy.
background. We're the theater kids. And then at some point or another, we said, I'd like to do cartoons too, because we want to do everything. We want to do commercials and film and movies and TV and blah, 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 blah. And then somebody said, well, you should audition for this, or you got a great voice, or your agent pushes you, or I bugged Jeff Nimoy until he finally let me audition for something. And we all have different stories of how we got here, but we all kind of started as the theater kids, I would say that's pretty accurate description.
You got to
So-
remember that animation and stuff like that was it was big, but you couldn't watch it on every platform all over the place. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have anything. When most of us here are old enough to be well before.
We
any of
walked
that.
uphill
So
both
you'd watch
ways
you'd
to
watch
school.
both ways. You'd watch Saturday morning cartoons, and you might like them. At least for me, it never occurred to me that someone was actually doing that until I started doing the other stuff. And then it was like, oh, hey, that's a whole part of the work that I could do, and I could get to play bad guys, and I could get to do, goofy guys, and I could get to do things that maybe sometimes I don't get to do on stage or on camera. And I want
Like being a chubby, middle-aged white lady playing a ninja who's 12 years old and Japanese.
I would never
I had
put
a
it
huge
that way.
crush on you, by the way.
Miley, I gotta say, Miley, that the movie that just came out,
Yes.
that Miley is in, my superhero, my
Nanny?
superpowered
My,
babysitter,
babysitter.
my babysitter's a superhero,
We'll get the title.
which you can watch. My baby, if you like Power Rangers, it's the best.
Super fun.
Yeah, we did. It's a movie. I have cards on my table. You can take
Okay.
for it, and it's.
But was that ninja aside? Did you drop that in? Because you make a joke. You have a line in the movie about
Yuri and I
being a
died when you
ninja,
said
and I'm
it. We're
like,
like, ah.
and we lost it at home when you did.
Our kids didn't understand why we were laughing, but we thought it was hilarious.
I don't remember. I did that. I helped produce the movie, and we produced it ourselves, and it looks like $1 million. That's a great kids movie. My babysitter, the superhero. Thank you for bringing that up, you guys. And but.
On all streaming platforms.
But I was so busy during that. Like, I can
You don't
barely
even
remember
remember?
the lines. And we had these amazing, speaking of Power Rangers, like all the people that did it, like the stunts, they're trained by one of the original Power Ranger stunt guys. And it was all the guys, it's the studio in LA that trains all the stunt people for martial arts stuff. And those were all kids. They were like 16, 14, 15-year-old kids
That's
that
amazing.
did the stunts. And that's the kind of thing in LA that you just can't really duplicate anywhere else. You know what I mean? It's like we need some guys to swing up here. And I called some guys that I worked with on Disney to they had to fly me, you know? It's just, we get to do some really nice stuff sometimes. Yeah. That's a
So
tangent.
Miley, your stunt double was a teenager or a kid? So
he's 16.
So in real life, you play a 15-year-old kid, and then a 15-year-old kid doubles you in a real live action.
I can't do flips, Tom. Look at me.
Thank you.
We bored them up.
Thank you.
I will say, a quick tandem to your question, though, because I think it's important, because I know a lot of people come to these things, and they want to know how to get in the business and how to become a voice actor or a performer. What Tom said is really the key to it. If you are interested, you got to start and just do and gobble up as many opportunities as you can. Musicals at school, little plays, intern at production or news, whatever, news production offices in your town or here in Sacramento. Just do as much as you can and gobble up as many opportunities as you can, because that leads you down the path. It's a muscle. You gotta work the muscle and condition. So when the opportunities do present themselves, you are ready and you're hungry for it. Anyway, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
what
really
she would've
appreciate
said.
that. Yeah. Thank you.
It's in Miley's book.
It's in Miley's book. Yeah.
I ain't got time for a book.
My question was, which of the characters would you personally be the closest friends with?
Wow.
Guy Sensei.
I think Choji'd be great to hang out. He
Yeah,
likes to
me
go to
too.
restaurants. He's got a good attitude. He's just a happy-go-lucky guy. I think Choji is the best friend.
I'm with Tom.
That's good. Yeah, I'll go there. That's good.
I always wished Guy Sensei were my sensei.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy Sensei!
Yeah. I like him too. Yeah.
I'd be friends with Datara, and he wouldn't give back the way I needed him to.
I'm worried that Tamari,
just like in real life. Roger.
I'm worried Tamari's way too cool for me. She wouldn't even be friends
Roger's
with me, I don't
Datara,
think.
right? And he's not here.
Yeah.
Totally.
Clearly.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, questions for Yuri and Tara.
Yes.
If your kid asks you, okay, don't forget to write. If your kid asks you something spoilery about Naruto, how do you respond? Would you give him the answer?
He has already done this multiple times because it's all already out there, and sometimes he'll see a picture of Sasuke with his arm ripped off or whatever, and he's like, "Dad, what happened to Sasuke?" And I'm like, "I guess you're just gonna have to watch 700 episodes to find out." I won't tell him, and he hates.
But then he comes to me and he's like, "But is Sasuke going to be okay?" And I'm like, "Well, there's going to be more episodes." So.
Hundreds more.
Hundreds.
Until you die.
Keep him away from Naruto Wiki.
I know.
Yes.
Oh, that's a thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, God. I'm never going there.
My kids got into it over too.
You didn't tell me.
Really?
But they won't watch the dubs. And I don't know if it's because it's their mom and they just don't want to be a part of.
Do they know who feeds them?
I remind them, yes, all the time, but they will not.
Do they speak Japanese?
Heck no.
Oh. Are they learning
But
Japanese?
they're cool.
no.
They're cool, so they're anti-dub. I get it.
I don't know. I don't get it.
No one in my family watches this show. Not one person. My mom has passed a while ago, but she said to me, I tried to watch your show. She has a Boston accent. She goes, I found it wearying. I was like, it's not for 80-year-old women.
Not. My mother tried to. She's like, I don't understand it.
I think my brother doesn't watch it out of spite.
Oh.
He has no idea. His eyes glaze over. He's like, what?
Yeah, what?
All right, you.
Hi. So I have a question for everybody. What's your favorite Uchiha?
Itachi, obviously. Yeah. And there's a song on the record that proves that.
Obito Uchiha is my favorite.
Thank you, Marley.
If we have to pick one, I guess it'd be Sasuke.
Thank you. Thank you. I guess.
I lead with a pure heart. Everyone. Every single one.
Every
I
single-
plead the fifth.
Even
that means he doesn't know who they are.
Like how, I guess, how did you like study the like Japanese voice actors to like kind of match their voice as close as possible? Like how much time did you spend like watching them and like all that?
They just play us when we do sessions. They play us the performance before, and we do our best to match the emotional intent of that.
But not their actual voice.
But not their actual voice. Just the emotional intent. Because if we tried to match it exactly, it would sound weird. Because it's an adaptation and not like a direct translation.
Yeah.
But I think that's about the work that we do on for that.
And it is really helpful. I mean, I will say it does get you in the pocket of, trying. And again, as Yuri said, it's not exact match, but it definitely gives you, kind of a scale of things of where you can go or where you should go. And often the director will tell you to goose it more, make it more passionate or more, angry or whatever, or bring it down a little bit because it doesn't sound right if you do too much of what you just heard,
Thank you, though.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What was the journey like from first started working on Naruto to, continue to keep working on the series to this day and such?
Gray hair. Gray hair. When I started, it was brown. No, it's, I think we'll say this because we've been performers for a very long time, most of us, decades. And it's very rare that you have the privilege and the gift of doing a show this long and growing up with a show and having time with your characters that we all had to develop and our characters growing up, right? And so that's been like such a gift because most acting gigs, they're short-lived. You might have a guest star on an episodic or and then you're kind of in and out. And before, you even have a chance to enjoy it, they say, thank you very much. It's great working with you. Yeah. And with Naruto, we've grown up with the show. We've gotten old with the show. We've gone through a lot
Really old.
Really, really old. Mouth to mouth. And, someone
Does your wife know you want to give me mouth?
No. Where's my wife? My wife and my kids are here, I think. Anyway,
they heard you
honey,
on the
it's
panel and
just
they left.
it's just for life and death. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll all say it's a real gift. It's been a real gift, and we've gotten and yeah, as I started to say, we've gone through a lot of personal stuff in our own lives. Our characters have gone through a lot of personal stuff in their lives, and just watching those kind of parallels through time, it's amazing. It's amazing. That would be my answer.
Yeah, and I got a bonus gift in with Boruto because right about the time we started doing Boruto and Sasuke becomes a dad, I had just become a dad. Oh, yeah. And the great gift is that as bad of a dad as I think that I am on a daily basis, I can always say, well, at least I'm not as bad as Sasuke is.
Guys, thank you so much for coming.